I knew I could trust you to find Bjorra. My daughter means everything to me. Thank you. She didn't want to talk about it, but she looks changed, haunted. It will take some time to recover from this.
Thank you for finding me. You and Hafskar pulled me out of a nightmare. I keep seeing the face of that horrific fanged man, but I'm safe now. I want to get far from this place. These people are all I have left. We need to stay safe.
So few of us are left, but I'm indebted to you for those we still have. Especially my brother. Hafskar mentioned Reach Witches captured Bjorra, and they used some mind magic on her. One note of pride in all this sorrow. I always believed Hafskar would act like a true Nord when needed. Good to know I can rely on him in the days ahead. The survivors will discuss what we do next. There aren't nearly enough people to take back the town. Maybe we'll go to Solitude and recover. But I know we must stay together. That's how we remain strong.
I was honored to fight by your side. I've never thought of myself as a strong man, but you helped me do what was necessary. I'll give my life to protect Bjorra and the others. Count on it. Shaw's bones. Reachmen are stubborn, so they may come after her again. Fenrir and I will see these people to safety. The hold is gone, but we can protect our family. Thanks again. Take this, and be careful out there. Dark times surround us. I know you can't stick around. Don't worry. I'll protect Bjorra and the others with my life. No more hiding. It gives me courage knowing people like you are out there defending folks against these evils. Maybe we have a chance. No idea. The Karth region is the only home I've ever known. Once our people settled Karthwatch, I assumed I would die here. Seems the Eight had other plans for my future. Without you, though, we wouldn't be alive to see the next sunrise. Thank you.
Harvest. Another fruitful harvest. Defend the pipes, you fools! The ritual must continue. It has begun. Your victory over Wicker will be short-lived.
The reliquary! No! There will be a price paid for this.
You put too much stock in rumors and old wives' tales.
I don't think we are the first to camp here. Lots of fresh tracks.
Allow yourself some rest. The Divines are watching over us.
Stupid thing. I should have never come out here alone. Oh, hello. Please don't laugh. I'm having a terrible time, and this cart isn't even the half of it. Though you look rather experienced. Maybe it's fortuitous that you came along. You might be just the right person to help me. You've heard about dragon mounds, right? They're ancient dragon burial sites. Centuries old. The Dragon War, the Dragon Cult. I'm over-explaining. The job is simple. I just need some charcoal rubbings from those mounds. I intended to. I hired this cart and everything. But as you can see, that didn't work out. Maybe I was foolish to try and do this on my own. I don't have a lot of field experience. Almost none. But you could handle this, right? I'll pay you. Thank you for helping. It's a big relief. I need rubbings from 2 dragon mounds. One south of here, and another off to the east. I'm particularly interested in any symbols that look like dragons, but anything you find will help. Oh, you should read Historia Draconis. The writer was an eyewitness. Very briefly, in ancient times, dragon priests and the dragons ruled over the Nords. More like slaves, really, unless you joined the dragon cult. Right. The Nords revolted. A few dragons even fought against their own kind. The texts say thousands on thousands of Nords died, but I think that's exaggerated. Eventually, they defeated the dragon priests and their dragons. We're still sorting that out. The Historia claims the Nords killed them all, but it's biased. Some scholars think the cultists sacrificed themselves to become Draugr. That way they could protect the dragons and priests buried in the mounds. Oh, that's easy. Most of the burial sites are still buried and therefore inaccessible. These 2 happen to be at the surface and may have the rubbings I need. If my research is correct, of course. There's more, but let's start with this, at least. I really don't know. I've never really done research in the field before. I plan to go in armed to the teeth, just in case. A lot of good that did me. I bought all this adventuring gear and have nothing to show for it.
Passed off from the fumes. You there! Please! I need help! I didn't think I'd find anyone out here in this frozen wasteland. You, my friend, are a glorious sight. I'm part of the crew from the merchant ship Silver Cormorant. The snows overtook us, trapped us in the ice. Now our shipmates are missing, and we're out of food. I went looking for both. Please, I can't go on. The frost will take my toes soon. If we just had some meat, we could last a few more days, I'm sure. I tried to kill a horker earlier, but my hands were frozen, and I dropped my hunting knife. Please, my crewmates will starve to death if help doesn't come soon. I'll head back to the ship. I'm no good to anyone if I lose my toes. I'm glad you came along when you did. Hopefully you can help get us out of this mess. Not far. She's still afloat, but she's trapped in the ice. It was a nightmare. Clear one moment, then the sky grew dark. The snow howled like a beast. And the ice... black ice. I didn't know water could freeze up that fast. It was a last resort. It was either send someone out into the cold or just sit there and accept our fate. Someone had to try. Not that I've done anything out here other than freeze my arse off.
We're hungry but peaceful, my friend. Be welcome. Blade's Edge, this is incredible. This meat will see us through the next few days. Longer if we're careful. Thank you, friend. Now that we're not in danger of starving, we need to find our missing crew members. 4 of our crew were taken from the ship in the night by some kind of beast. All fur and fangs. It hit us after dark, so none of us got a good look. The captain and first mate went to look for them earlier this morning, and never returned. I fear the beast got to them. Or worse, they're lost in this damn storm and slowly freezing to death. You've helped us once already. Do you think you could search for them? I still have injured people to take care of aboard the ship. Last we saw the captain and Drixon, they were following tracks due east. Not really. Most everyone on the ship has a different opinion. Only thing we can agree on is that it was big, real big. But it was dark. None of us could get a good look. I know I heard snarling. That's about it. No, it was larger than that. Smarter, too. No bear could have gotten up onto the deck and stolen our people from their cots like that. Just trading. We came from Rihad and Hammerfell. It's too bad we weren't bringing food. I would have gladly paid for the lost merchandise if it kept my people alive for a little while longer.
It's been many years since I lived in Hrothgar. I never thought I'd adapt to the deserts of Hammerfell when I started sailing with Mavok and his crew. But here I am, shivering with the rest of them. Doesn't feel right.
I couldn't believe my own eyes. Blizzards seemed to come right up out of the ground. Just like that, we were on the ice. Now we're losing people faster than we're losing feeling in our limbs.
Oh, my sweet baby girl. What will I do without you? My rat. Her name was Dapper. She was my best friend. I knew this was a cursed voyage. The cold got her. That and the terrible hunger. Damn this frozen ground. I'll keep her with me. See that she gets a proper burial.
I didn't think anyone would ever find me out here. If not for you, I'd be a frozen corpse in a few hours.
Captain Mavok and I left the Cormorant together, tracking a monstrous beast. It was pulling a cart stacked with corpses. And some of our crew, I fear. Once we got close, we realized it wasn't some horrifying monster. Just a Khajiit. Big one. Tried to. The thing tossed me like a rag doll and knocked the captain out cold. Threw him on the cart and hauled him straight into the blizzard. I'm too weak to fight, but I can still accompany you to find my people. I saw which way the beast went. We have to find Captain Mavok. The blizzard. It's getting worse. This must be the camp. Keep an eye out for the captain. Collecting corpses? Gods. But that amulet... I wonder if it's around here somewhere. Amulet. It almost seems like it's calming the blizzard. Look up the hill. Those ruins were hidden by the storm. Is that Vergla Hollow?
Orky take you no good! Hawk-ass bastards! Straight to oblivion! What are you staring at? Never seen a Nord hurl curses at a bunch of wretched bastards? Yeah, well, they're long gone. Across the water. And my Nelfthea with them. She should have just run off with me. We'd have scraped by without more of their dirty money. Don't know why she's so loyal. After all they've made us do. The Frostbite Raiders. Bastards! Everyone! Except Nelfthea. We've had enough of the bloodshed. She promised to come with me once she's gotten her share from our last raid. But I hear fighting on the frozen coast. She's in trouble. I know it. You can take that boat to the Frostbite's hideaway on the frozen coast. It's a ramshackle dump. Shacks and tents on shifting ice floes. There's no telling when Nelfthea will be. You'll have to search. Don't spare any raiders who get in your way. Damned Frostbite found out I was planning to leave them, so they decided to beat me senseless and toss me out to sea on that boat, with nothing but the clothes on my back. I don't know if I'm glad they didn't suspect Nelfthea too, or not. At least we'd be together, away from whatever mayhem is unfolding in that raider camp. I'd suffer dozens more lumps if it meant we could lean on each other and limp our way to a better life. She's pretty. Fair-haired and fierce, but she's got kind eyes when you know her. She wears a protective charm, passed down from her grandmother around her neck. Old Nord magic. Nothing else like it among the raiders. The name says it all. It's a treacherous landing, where the shallows and shore stay frozen year-round. We only use it as a place to gather between raids. Careful on the ice.
It's not firm enough to trust, and those waters are deadly cold.
Divine's mercy. I'm so cold. You're not one of those giants. Run, before you wind up like me. Margreta sent you, didn't she? Coward picked the perfect time to turn her backs on us. Not Nafthea, though. She stuck by us when we needed her. A frostbite raider to the end. I don't know for certain. She was holding her own against those half-giant bastards. But the last thing I saw before they wrecked my lookout was a God's honest giant smash her clear off the docks. If that did her in, she's in Sovngarde for sure. Northeast, where these monsters landed. You're a fool to go looking, but I hope you find Nafthea alive. If not, I'll tell her you tried when I reach the Hall of Valor.
Where is she? Where's my Nafthea? No. Nell, why'd you choose them? What did they ever do to deserve you? Thank you for bringing me this, for letting me know. It's worth what little the frostbite left me. Do you know what happened to my Nell? Did those rotten frostbite bastards turn on her too? Giants? My Nell? She was always last to draw steel on a raid. Why would she do something as suicidal as fight giants? Never a soul she didn't care about, even on a raid. When the rest of the frostbite were making off with everything they could carry, she'd leave what she could behind for those we'd robbed. This isn't how she was meant to live. let alone die. She liked horses. Not that she'd ever ridden one. She was going to work a stable, learn the trade. I hadn't figured out what more I wanted than to be with her. Now I don't even have that. Now Thea was too good for this. Too good for me.
Montahan! Come on.
Mamdahan was our cook. What did that monster do to him?
You are not Zanuck. Should I assume that you are here to kill me?
Sends a chill through me. That must be Bavret. That ice doesn't look natural.
Did it! The amulet destroyed the ice.
Perhaps I deserve death. I destroy as easily as I create. I taint that which I love.
No! This must be Maxton's doing.
But fret not. Your people serve a higher purpose now. I have given them life anew.
No!
I will not let my shame snuff out the power I have wrought. I must finish my work.
We must be getting close.
Help me! Destroy the frozen dais! It's where she draws her power!
Behold the frost focus, the font of my creation. Why do you refuse my gift? Why does no one understand the beauty of what I offer? I give life where there was none. I breathe fire into frozen hearts. Greywind, forgive me!
I'm not staying here a moment longer. I need to see the sky!
You did it, friend. Meet us back at the ship. After we resupply and get ourselves out of this ice, we can get underway again.
Fine work, Drixon. I'm proud of this crew, as always. Ah, my savior. I apologize for running off like that, but I had to ensure my crew was safe. I'm glad you're here now. The Silver Cormorant owes you a great debt, stranger. Our dead will be missed dearly. We'll make sure they have a proper funeral after all is said and done. This crew is family. We mourn together, but we endure together too. You've given us the luxury to do both. Looks that way, thanks to you. With any luck, we might even be able to salvage the Cormorant. She's a fine ship. Please, take this. I wish I had more to give. When the last of my blood thaws, I'll start chipping away at the ice myself. I'm sure the Cormorant is as eager to be free as her crew is. Better, now that I'm not in danger of turning into one of those frozen thralls. I was halfway there when you and Drigson showed up. Thought I was done for. Ugh, that woman was a terror. Was that her name? Doesn't matter. I'm just glad she's gone. There was such darkness in her eyes. Pain, too. Bone-deep pain. It was eating her up. I could feel it even as I stood there, freezing to death. Free the Silver Cormorant from the ice and assess her damage. It'll take some doing to get her free, but this crew isn't averse to hard work. In the meantime, I sent a few of them to Morthal to gather supplies. Now that the storm has settled and my crew heartened, we're much better equipped to handle the delay. Supplies from Morthal will help too. We've gotten through the worst of it. Now the only way to move is forward. Better, now that I'm not in danger of turning into one of those frozen thralls. I was happy.
I hate that the bodies of those we lost won't be committed to the sea. But I know they would want us to carry on. Know that we have a fighting chance. Thank you, Wayfarer. This ship and crew owe you their lives.
Turga never hurt no one.
She was a good sailor and my best friend. I'll miss her, but at least now we know what became of her. Thanks for seeing this through.
We're all humbled by your help, stranger. It's good to know there's still good people in this accursed world.
We'll have the cormorant cut out before you know it. I'm happy for the work. Gets the blood pumping again.
Charge!
Thank you for saving us from those monsters. I'm beginning to question my fondness of living outdoors. Only wounded my pride. My boy and son by mother are unharmed. That's all that matters. My boy married a miller's son. He's a soft lad. Never spent a night under the open sky. I didn't. I was determined to make railroads out of them both. Teach them to live off the land as our ancestors did. Instead, I nearly got us all killed. Otto loves my son. That should have been more than enough for my approval.